Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome into Mornings with Loretta. May is National Water Safety Month. Who knew it was a thing? But the more research I got, the more I was intrigued by it. So joining us today is water safety expert, yes, it's a thing, Lindsay Mondick, here to discuss the YMCA's new Phones Down, Eyes Up campaign and its annual Safety Around Water program. Everybody welcome Lindsay to Mornings with Loretta. Hey, Lindsay.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So I was reading, and this, it hurts my heart so much to know that drowning is the number one cause of death for children ages 1 to 4. But this is the good news. The YMCA is committed to safety, providing numerous programs that teach children to swim. Actually, my grandson is he did it through the Y, right? And then because he did it, his mom did it and her mom did it. So it's helping generations. So let me just ask you this. Why is it so important, especially important for children, water safety?
Well, as we come to summer, we know that a lot of people are going to be around water. And children are naturally curious about the water, but we also know that drowning is silent and it can happen in as little as 30 seconds. Additionally, we know that 88% of drownings happen with at least one parent or caregiver present. And so it's not just about teaching kids to swim, it's also making sure adults are present and ready to act.
Oh, wow. So what's new this year? Because people have been swimming, like my generation, we learned to swim because my brother pushed me in the pool and I had to learn to swim. And then he gave us swimming lessons, and somebody who didn't have any kind of knowledge gave him swimming lessons, some cousin. And so that's how we learned to swim. So what's new about this water safety in 2025 that we all need to know?
Yeah, so the YMCA is launching a new campaign called Phones Down, Eyes Up. And the goal of this is really to keep families focused around the water and encourage families to designate a water watcher, somebody who's responsible for keeping totally distraction-free and responsible for supervising kids around the water.
You know, this is a hard but very necessary conversation, especially once I get into this question right now, because I've heard through the news or through a friend who knew somebody this happened to. It happened so fast. We think it's unpreventable, but it really is. So what are the risks that increase the chances of drowning? We know because everybody's on their phone. We're not really watching the children because it can happen in a half of a second, literally, in a pool at the beach. So what are those risks other than that?
Yeah, you said it, distractions, right? We have a little pocket computer in our phones with us all the time. And that gives us the ability to check social media, right? Be on a phone call. And so really focusing on being distraction free. We know most drownings happen within 10 feet of safety. And so if we can just take our eyes, lift them up and make sure that we're paying attention, that we can really save lives. Additionally, we know that another risk is lack of swimming skills. And so if we really focus on getting kids into programs like swimming lessons or the YMCA Safety Around Water program, it's really important to make sure that they have the skills to keep themselves safe.
Okay, my next question, I would think that there are a lot of number one safety lessons, but for you, Lindsay, because you've been in the water safety industry since like 1999, so you are like the creme de la creme of experts that we can have today. So share the number one safety lesson that whether we swim or not, we can help keep our kids and other people safe around water.
Yeah, number one is vigilance. Like we've talked about, making sure that somebody is always watching the water. Keeping your phones down, keeping your eyes up is really about making sure that families are confident around the water and somebody is always watching.
I just love those videos. So what can parents do or aunts and uncles do to help ensure that our children are safe this summer? Because it's almost as soon as school is out, we hear of a drowning. It's like it never fails every year. So Lindsay, help us to save lives this year.
Yeah, anytime you're around the water with youth or adults, make sure that somebody is always watching the water. You want to designate a water watcher every time kids are swimming. And finally, as I've mentioned, make sure that kids have those swimming lessons. The YMCA Safety Around Water program is a great place to start, and you can learn about taking those lessons at the local YMCA.
Okay, I love that. So it's also for adults too, right? Not just for children, because what better way to incorporate family time than everybody learning to swim? So any advice on parents who say, I'm afraid of the water, but I've seen little babies in there. Is the youngest that you can put them in the water for lessons? Is it 3 months or 1 year? Because I've seen some little tiny babies with, with the little floaters on.
Yeah, so we teach swimming lessons at the Y as early as 6 months, and it's never too early or never too late to learn to swim. We have adult swimming lessons as well as lessons for youth.
I always say, because my friend who is older than I am, she took swimming lessons at the Y a few years ago. She absolutely loved it. I want to do it, but I keep saying it's time. I think it's fear really that's stopping me, because we all have 24 hours. So I just want to say, Lindsay, I have another question for you.
Yeah.
So let's say we aren't watching, and all of a sudden we're in that situation that nobody wants to be in. The baby, the toddler, a person is in the water and they're struggling. I've heard that you shouldn't go in there if they're flapping too hard, if you're not a lifeguard. How do you get them to calm down so that you can both come out of the water unhurt?
Yeah, so one piece of advice is if you never want to jump in, like you alluded to. So you want to reach, find some sort of device to reach out to them, or call for help, right? Call 911 to ensure, but really trying to get that person to safety while also keeping yourself safe.
Thank you so much. Yes, please call 911 and go to lessons. Take some swimming lessons. Even if you don't say, I'm not going to ever get in the water, it's good to know what to do, how to do it, and to be prepared in the case that you are the one that's there. You can save a life. Where can we go for more information? I hate that question because I got to let you go, but I know we can do this another time. But where can we go for more information?
Yeah, so go to phonesdown.eyesup.org, and there you can download lots of water safety tools. We have this great water watcher badge that you can download to remind yourself to be safe and keep yourself safe, your family safe around water. But phonesdown.eyesup.org.
Phonesdown.eyesup.org. And also call your local YMCA, and as a family, take those swimming lessons. And if you say, I took them years ago, take them again, because they have learned some new things. Like I said, Lindsay's been doing this in this space since 1999, so she's the expert. I think we should all be at a level of expertise by just taking lessons, and it's affordable. Just please make this happen this summer. Lindsay, thank you so much for being our guest this morning on Mornings with Loretta, and I do hope you will come again.
Thank you.
All right, bye for now. So let me tell you about Lindsay. She is the director of aquatic safety strategy at the YMCA of the USA. She has a wide range of experience in fitness and aquatic industry. Her main goal is to find ways to keep people motivated and educated about aquatics and fitness. She's been an aquatic director or a coordinator since 1999. Wow, that's a lot of years. And so she has been a force behind the Y's safety around water. So it is phones down, eyes.org is how you can get more information. Thank you all so much for being here with us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a moment.